Good morning and welcome back to Garden Bug Poetry. Our poem for the day, as promised, is Negotiations Breakdown. Silver and gold, I was told that you would fold up your tent, invent a giant spent sky, and rattle off away from battle, counting cattle or many sheep as you fall asleep deep in dreams. What do you mean, Mom said a few more minutes? You should be in bed already. Would you, could you, please brush teeth and use the potty? Well, it's you and me, and feel free to tell Mommy I'm mean. Yes, I see. That's your bum. So anyone who's ever argued with a young child about bedtime, especially, let's say, a toddler, it gets interesting real fast. The ammo being used sometimes is not pleasant. Our lesson for the day is this. In that poem, there were multiple voices. There's the speaker of the poem who has a voice in it. There's the voice of the child. There's even the mom's voice that comes through in the child explaining, well, Mommy said I could do this, and well, I told you this, and so on and so forth. And any time of bedtime negotiation can go south very quickly. So the lesson is use voices, invent voices. Have the voices work together and then work against each other. Sometimes writing is like a weaving, like a putting together of different things to try to make it work or to try to get somewhere new. Sometimes you put them together and it's a strong weave. It's like a strong rope, right? All the different tethers, the threads to give you strength. And then sometimes it's fun just to take all the tethers apart and wave them wildly and see what can happen. The idea is that there's always going to be different strategies and ways you can use multiple voices in poetry. So if you're a kid and you want to write with your voice and then your brother's voice and then your mom's voice or whatever you want to do, and to try to just experiment with the different things that you can use. Sometimes when you're writing poetry, form, order, line breaks, really clear and concise language, or things like metaphor and things like that, it's an accomplishment. It is, to be able to take writing and give it structure. But sometimes that orneriness we've talked about, right? Sometimes a lack of order. Sometimes wild and unpredictable work is an accomplishment as well. So sometimes, just like in that poem, negotiations break down. Sometimes writing and poetry and different kinds of art forms, they break down too, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Sometimes you're working towards a goal of cohesion and trying to get this piece of art put together, and sometimes it's just wild, uncontrollable imagination, and that can be awesome too, right? So our prompts. For the younger kids, write a poem where you stay up all night in the poem. Now please, do not stay up all night. Parents, I am not telling your children to stay up all night. But younger kids always fight bedtime. So, if you were writing a poem where you didn't have to go to bed, what would happen in the poem? Right? Older kids, write a poem where you convince someone of something. So this is much harder. So you are in the poem, you're using a particular voice and trying to convince another voice of something, right? So younger kids, write a poem where you stay up all night. Older kids, write a poem where you convince someone of something. And once you've written the poems, go ahead and send them on to gardenbugpoetry@gmail.com. We've got one we're going to read today, and we've already got some lined up for tomorrow as well, and we're excited to read those. Coming up next, Isabel is going to read one of the poems that was sent in. Welcome to Garden Bug Poetry.
Poem by Isabella from Columbus. Min is made of licks and kisses and being the best. Min is made of beating her sister in a fight. Min is made of love and to give joy. She is as soft as a marshmallow. Min is made of cuddles and hugs. Min is made of husky and something else, but we do not know what else. Thank you.
Sending in your poem, that was great. Sounds like an awesome dog. We have a part husky in this house as well. Anyway, so I hope everyone's having a good week. We've got one more video that we're going to come out tomorrow morning, and then we'll be going week to week. We'll do one a week and sort of keep it going. If I'd known everyone was going to be out of school past this point, maybe we would have staggered them a little bit more. But we'll just do one a week starting next week. So we've got one tomorrow morning, and then we'll do one every Friday. So everyone's got something extra for the weekend. Anyway, so I hope wherever you are, it's a beautiful day. Sun is out in Columbus. And I hope wherever you are, you're healthy. You're staying healthy. I hope you're staying ornery. Thank you for joining Garden Bug Poetry.